I'm going to break down why this no face, no voice channel got 2.5 million views with only 24 videos and 50k subscribers. Oh, and stick around till the end because I'm going to talk about the smart way that this YouTube channel is monetized beyond YouTube ads. For those who don't know me, my name is Dexter Clark from the Netherlands and I've been on YouTube since 2010. Let's start with the most important factor, niche. Cooking is super hot on YouTube, but it is also one of the most competitive niches out there. There are basically 3 strategies for a competitive niche. First of all, make content that is super unique, do something in a way that has never been done before. Number 2, niche down, and number 3, make a shitload of content. The owner of the channel, Carrie, chose the second strategy, niche down. In the cooking niche, you have a sub-niche called desserts. A sub-niche from desserts is chocolate desserts. A sub-niche from chocolate desserts is chocolate-coated strawberries. This niche is so bizarre, so brilliant and yet so normal. I love it! If you start a YouTube channel, research how competitive the niche is. For example, the YouTube advice niche is super competitive. There are no videos on YouTube better optimized than the videos about the YouTube niche itself. I chose the third strategy, making a lot of content. If you want a niche like Pipet but one that fits you, check out my video The 5 Steps to a Channel Niche. In that video I do also competition research. The link is in the description. Most creators are so caught up in hacking the algorithm and algorithm updates that they overlook the most important thing, why the algorithm promotes a video in the first place. That is keeping viewers' attention. And what keeps viewers' attention? By telling a story. This applies to books, Hollywood movies, but also YouTube vlogs and also tutorials. You start in the beginning with the beginning, and that is mostly something like a hook, something that intrigues people. This can be also the explanation of a problem, or in a tutorial's case, for example, the end result. Then in the middle of a story we are going to build up towards the end, and in a tutorial you are going to add information, but in a story of a movie, a dramatic story, something builds up and things get worse. Then the end of a story, that is the finale. The problem is solved or not, and in a tutorial you always solve that problem, and that problem was how do we get from A to B, from start to finish. So the end is the end result. Storytelling is especially hard for vlogs, but tutorials are much more straightforward. Let's take a look at what this creator did to tell a story. We start at the beginning, and in the beginning we get an overview of what is coming up, what is the end result. This is the hook of the video. Then you'll notice this is step 1. So this is actually where we begin with our tutorial. Carrie explains step by step what is going on, and we slowly build up towards the end. In a tutorial you always have to follow a chronological path. In drama like a vlog you can easily say, well, this happened last week or in the last video, for example. You can't do that in a tutorial. We build up, and slowly the end result is coming in sight, and then the last shot, the last scene in the video is showing the end result. Think outside the box. Carrie told me that his video about his rose gold chocolate strawberries gained a lot of traction within a short amount of period. 164k views within a week. All because even the experts hadn't seen this before. This is unique content on YouTube, so it gains a lot of traction. In the movie business they say show, don't tell. Don't let the characters tell what is going on, show it. And the same for the text in a no face, no voice channel, for example. Especially on a no face, no voice channel you have to rely on visual storytelling, because there is nothing else you can lean on. And yes, you can use some text at the bottom of the screen, but viewers come to YouTube to see something. YouTube is a visual platform. If viewers want to read, they will grab a book. And yes, you can use some text at the bottom of the screen, but use that to support the story. Use that to explain some details that you can't otherwise do visually. let's take a look at how Carrie solved visual storytelling. The point in the story is make 6 colors of chocolate. So what Carrie did, instead of using one bucket and rinse that bucket, for example, after each color, no, he chose to display all the 6 buckets and then place next to it the colors that those buckets are going to be colored in, the chocolate in the buckets. Then he shows what the color is and he shows you step by step how he makes that color. Then he shows you the next step and he covers a cone with chocolate. And on the bottom here he explains some extra information, but when you don't read along you can still follow the story on the screen because he shows you visually what is going on. Then the next shot, he takes a toothpick out of the packaging. Instead of having just a toothpick there out of the blue, no, he explains, now I'm gonna take a toothpick out of the packaging. One of the challenges on YouTube is to keep your video interesting. If viewers watch a video longer, it leads to more watch time, which leads to more promotion by the algorithm. Let's take a look at what Carrie did to keep a video interesting. Carrie used music under all of his YouTube videos. Regretfully, I can't let you hear the music because I don't have a music license for the music that Carrie uses in his videos, but I do have his permission to show his footage. Nevertheless, music in his videos is very upbeat and you get a good feeling from them. I call this product presentation music. In the YouTube music library, in the audio library, you can find a lot of these kinds of music just for free and you can use it under your YouTube videos without any restrictions. Also notice that Carrie plays with camera angles. Look at this footage. Here we have camera angle number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. This makes a YouTube video very unboring. And notice that I do the same thing in my YouTube videos. A lot of these shots are a little bit zoomed in, then zoomed out, then zoomed in again, just to give some fresh information, fresh viewer information every single time on the screen. Then let's take a look at this shot in the video. This is a very long shot. This could be boring, but why is it still interesting? Because the video footage is zoomed in. You can do this in your video editing software. Notice that Carrie uses a lot of time-lapse footage in his videos. Footage that is sped up so you don't have to watch every single slow second of the thing that is going on the screen. But it tells the story really clearly. Also, I want to point out the video quality. The video quality is amazing. It is sharp, the footage is sharp, and also it is very well lit. And the other thing you can do is movement. Take your camera and move it around the subject. In this case, Carrie could have chosen a long shot, but instead of doing a long shot, he chose to move the camera around so you can see what is going on. Before I continue, if you like the content so far, why don't you consider subscribing? Because there's more awesome content coming up. You've probably heard it a million times. Be consistent, be consistent, be consistent. When you look at this from the perspective of a subscriber, a fan of a channel, you want to know when you can expect a new video so you can make time to watch it. It's far more important to be consistent than to upload more often. In other words, pick a schedule that fits you and stick to it. If you can't manage to upload once every week, then take once every 2 weeks, once every month. In the case of Carrie chose an upload schedule of once every 2 weeks, and it doesn't hurt the channel one bit. Pipit has super binge watchable content. Like I explained in my YouTube algorithm video, the link is in the description by the way, if viewers see one of your videos and then click on the next video of yours, the next, and the next, this keeps viewers longer on the platform. If you can contribute to that, then YouTube can sell more ads. If you can contribute to YouTube selling more ads, they will promote your YouTube videos more. For me, one of the reasons to watch is it that easy? I have 2 left hands when it comes to cooking. Also, learning how to make something like this, and the videos have a good vibe, a positive vibe. It's really easy to watch these videos and yeah, they're just delicious, yeah. A lot of creators struggle with the question, why should viewers subscribe to my channel? And that is a discussion I would like to have in the comments. Share with us why you would subscribe to Pipeit. Read through those comments and see if you can learn something and apply that to your own channel. Now let's look at the thumbnails. The thumbnails of Pipeit are amazing. This is how you make thumbnails. Do you remember my tutorial about thumbnails? I will link it up in the description below. I say you have to tell a story in your thumbnail so it communicates the content of your video. That is step 1, but step 2 is convince the viewers to click on your thumbnail. If there are 10 videos about the same topic, why would viewers click on your thumbnail? Give viewers a reason to. For example, 5 common mistakes. And then over here, a think box, why do I sweat? You show visually the story of what is going on in this video, but you give viewers a reason to click on that video because indeed, when I make these strawberries, indeed they sweat. So why do they sweat? Also here, 10 simple steps. Oh, there are only 10 steps and they are really simple. So let's click on that video. This one is also brilliant. Even beginners can make this. If I would have one point of criticism, I would stay away from the right bottom corner of your thumbnail because, like you see here, the timestamp is over your title. In this case it's not a problem, but here it is, here it is, here it is, and here it is. I would stay away from the entire bottom of your thumbnail because when we go to Google, you can see that over here the timestamp is on the left bottom corner and over here is preview and that text overlaps and you can't read the text at the bottom here. I also noticed that a lot of YouTube creators have trouble communicating what their channel is about. In this case, this channel is super clear. Over here, the channel header, Pipeit, you see Carrie over here, and a subtext, the art of creating amazing chocolate covered strawberries. This is in 2 seconds clear what this channel is about. Don't leave viewers any doubt what a channel is about so they can subscribe. Let's take a look at monetization. A lot of YouTube creators only live off their ad money, but to be honest, the big money isn't in YouTube ads. The big money is in everything around it. Coaching, selling your own products, doing sponsorships, that kind of thing. When I look here in the channel banner, there is a link to a chocolate brand with a shop to buy the products Gary uses in his videos. Brilliant! And you'll notice that Gary also refers to this brand of chocolate in his videos. Here, check out colormychocolate.com. Then over here is a link to Amazon to sell again products, and over here is a link to his website, and on his website he refers to a shop, and that is the same shop on Amazon. Notice that Gary makes it really easy for people to buy products he uses in his videos. And this is smart because what is the likelihood of people that watching these kinds of tutorials wanting to make this at home? Pretty high. And probably you can buy these kinds of products everywhere, but do you get the same results as in the video? Probably not. So you actually create a need for a product that coincidentally you sell too. Oh, and by the way, my like and subscribe merch to remind your viewers to subscribe to your channel, you can find in my web shop on socialvideoplaza.com. When we're talking about websites, Gary did something really smart here. Gary linked up his YouTube videos, so visitors of his website can also see his YouTube videos. But he got even smarter because he made blog posts out of his YouTube content. You can see here that he wrote out the whole video. This way he can be found on Google and on YouTube. And if you link up your YouTube video like he did here, preferably I would even make it an inline video. That means that he has a bigger net to catch fish. But we can take this even a step further. We can offer downloads for our YouTube videos, and that is what Kerry did here. You can print out the things he used in his YouTube videos. However, I would do it a little bit differently. I would offer viewers a download, but in exchange for their email address. This way I can email people when I have a new YouTube video on my channel. But is it wise to start a no face, no voice channel as a beginner? I'll talk about that in this no face, no voice channel review right here. And if you're in the need for no face, no voice channel ideas, then I suggest you check out this video right here. Don't forget to subscribe if you like the content.